Quiet Place is directed, written, and it stars John Krasinski, his wife Emily Blunt, Millicent Simmonds, and Noah Jupe. And in this film we find ourselves 82 days into a post-apocalyptic world where we follow a family trying to survive against these wild, savage creatures that roam the land. They must not make a single sound, for these creatures are called upon them to slay them as soon as a minimal sound is made. Now this film is one that uses sound very creatively. In fact, John Krasinski proves himself a special kind of director, for this is his directorial debut, and basically where most films in history find a balance between verbal and visual storytelling, Krasinski mostly does visual storytelling alone. Yes, the characters communicate through sign language, we see subtitles at points, and there is one or maybe two scenes where they actually talk. But what this movie does is actually tell us a story about a family trying to survive, and it's actually very refreshing in many ways. In most apocalyptic movies we see a lone survivor trying to roam the land and he has already lost everything, or we see a team of warriors trying to fight for the innocent. In here it's a simple story about a family and parents trying to save their children, and this is a very tense movie from beginning to end. I don't think I have ever felt this tense for an entire stretch of 90 minutes. Immediately, even before the title comes on the screen, you are hooked, because what this movie does so well and how Krasinski grabs your attention from beginning to end again is the fact that most of the scares come from this very real threat, and how you feel tense is because you see that these characters may run the danger of being killed for doing everyday life stuff. They are playing board games. They might make a sound because of that. They are going to the supermarket. They might make a sound because of that. They are eating dinner. They might make a sound because of that, unless they do certain things to adapt to this world and to this new way of living that they actually do. Now, there is one detail about Emily Blunt's character that I found out before the film, but I will leave it out of this review because I want you guys to be surprised and to be as tense as you can. Not that let any tension out, the fact that I knew it before the film, but I think it will heighten it even more. Krasinski doesn't let go of these characters, and he focuses on the fact that he wants to tell the story about this family. When the creatures come on, it's never about them and what's the mystery with them, and I'll get into that a little bit. But he focuses on the family. What have these characters gone through? What are they going through now? How are they going to fix the situation? Have they learned anything from previous confrontations with these creatures? And Krasinski holds to that very tightly so throughout the entire film. And he not only directs the movie very well, but he gives a very good layered performance, and you can see a lot of the nuances in this character and how he communicates, and the others as well, because he depends solely on his expressions, on his body language, on the looks he gives to his family, on the looks he gives around to see the creatures, if they are coming or not, if the others are being careful and making sounds or not. But honestly, who steals this film is Emily freaking Blunt. There is a 10-minute, I think, sequence where Emily Blunt just gives her all, and I honestly don't know how I would direct my wife in a sequence like this. Krasinski, congratulations, man, because I knew your wife was a great actress, but now I think this is probably my favorite performance of the year so far. Probably my favorite performance in a horror film in the last 10 years, if not more. Blunt is spectacular in this film. She's magnetic, electric. And Krasinski again uses the visual storytelling to lay the tension on several grounds throughout the film really well, but especially with her character. I do have minor issues with this film. The creatures are not very well explained, at least the logical, let's say, way that they work. In the beginning, you understand they might work one way, but then in the movie it shifts several different directions on that aspect, and I don't think we came to a conclusion to how exactly they attack and why, but not that it took me out entirely. Also, I will say the scares in this film are jump scares, but not false scares. Whenever something comes on the screen and pops out with a huge sound, that makes sense that it would have a huge sound. When someone grabs someone's hand suddenly and says, "It's me!" it makes sense, though they don't actually say, "It's me." But honestly, due to the tight direction, the tension-filled aspect and environment of this film, the scares in this film are actually the tension relievers, and I felt like I could breathe in those moments, so I ended up actually being thankful for them. There's also one aspect in this film that I don't know how John Krasinski and Emily Blunt did that silently, but I'll leave you guys to watch the movie and find out what that is. This is a very creative film. I was on the edge of my seat, white-knuckled from beginning to end. I was riveted with the performances, with the world, and with the way Krasinski's fades in and fades out sound in this world to tell a story from beginning to end, entire 90 minutes, that I never thought I would feel this tense, and I never thought they would have some balls to pull off some of the stuff that they did in this film. A Quiet Place is certainly a definite watch several times over. You will not be able to relax watching this film, and it absolutely is, for me, a collector's item. What did you think of A Quiet Place, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? No spoilers, but this is thankfully not a Cloverfield film. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I have reviews for Love, Simon, and I Kill Giants. I know I'm late. I'm so sorry, guys. I will give you those reviews this weekend, I promise. And so until the next reviews, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so you can be geeky united.